What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're back outside today and I'm super excited. As some of you know, if you've been watching my vlogs, the weather has overall the last couple of months been really good, and I've been able to get a head start on a whole bunch of my spring projects, mainly this timber cleanup behind me. But I think it's time that I need to start getting my horses back to work. And so in this video, we are going to be working with my most recent project. Her name is Mesa. I acquired her a few months ago, and she is going to be my project for the next couple of months. A little bit about her, if you don't already know, she is around 9 years old, 9 or 10 years old, and she is already broke. She had some complicated owners in the past in her previous lives, and she has suffered a lot of anxiety, a lot of buddy sour issues, and I've kind of been helping her overcome those a little bit. She's definitely not perfect yet, but we are working towards it. And one of her previous owners tried to make her a barrel horse, tried to use her for speed events, and ultimately she was just not happy and it didn't work out for her or for Mesa. So yeah, she's already broke. I would like to kind of take the next couple of months to really spend time with her and build a good relationship with her, get some rides on her, hopefully do some trail rides with her, and just get her really solid and, you know, comfortable under the saddle again, and being comfortable being asked for direction and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go get her. I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot with her today. I only wanna spend maybe 30 minutes with her, just doing some groundwork. For the most part, this winter, the last few months, I've just kind of been spending time getting her out away from her friends, brushing her, just kind of spending some time with her so that we can get to know each other. So today is gonna be the first time I actually ask her to work and move her feet. So I just want to do some groundwork and some whip exercises, and I do have the bareback pad. I'd like to get that on her and see what we can do with that. But otherwise, I'm gonna go get her now. All right, you can see I got Mesa behind me. She's gonna say hey. She has never been in the round pen before, so I'm just kind of letting her look around, check things out a little bit. And I'm gonna start just brushing her off and just, like I said, letting her kind of get familiar with the new area that she's in. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so you can see that I start out just doing some basic whip exercises with her, and I do this with all of my green horses or horses that I'm starting, even horses that I am having in training, and just doing some really basic work, flicking it on her, flicking it on the ground, just throwing it on and off of her, just to make sure that she doesn't have any anxiety towards the whip. She's not tense just by me having it around or me throwing it around, and she has the understanding that the whip is just a tool. It's just an extension of my arm. So I always do this when I'm starting out with them, just to get them comfortable with it. Next, I'm gonna just ask her to walk out and just walk on the lunge line. You'll see her kind of stop and look at me a lot and just kind of like turn her head to me almost as if to check in. She has pretty low confidence, so this is kind of her way of like asking, am I doing it right? Is this what you want? And so I just keep moving her, and I stop and take a break a lot. I don't make her do it for very long because I want each short little session to have a break in between, so it's that many more successful tasks. So I'm breaking it down into just a few laps at a time so that she knows and she gets that release that that is what I want her to do. So I ask her for a few laps, she gets a break. I ask her to go the other way for a few laps, she gets a break. So we're breaking it down into small tasks that I'm asking her to do. If I were to just ask her to go around and around and around and around and around, then she might get more confused if I'm not reassuring her and giving her that release. Okay, once I feel like she's lunging pretty well, doing a little bit of walk and trot, I get out the bareback pad, and this is just because I don't know how long it's been since she's been saddled and ridden, so I just want to get something around her belly just to kind of reintroduce that feeling to her. So I'm kind of flapping it around, just rubbing on her, throwing it on her, making sure, again, she's not anxious about it or, you know, fearful of it at all. And you can see doing this where she really starts to kind of show how left-sided she is. She really wants to see me through her left eye. She keeps kind of moving her head to try to get me back on her other side, and I keep pushing her head away. So that's something we'll have to work on and just keep practicing me being on this right side. And yeah, she'll just kind of have to work on strengthening that side, and we'll have to do more work over there. Good girl. once I get it on her, we're just gonna do the same thing that we were before, just some walk trot on the lunge line to get used to that feeling again. There's something around her belly. It's not fastened on there super tight, like it's snug, but it's not super tight. So I just wanted to reintroduce this to her and just kind of get some groundwork done, bond a little bit, and you know, that's about it. So after this, I called it a day. All right, guys, that is all that I'm gonna do in this first little session with her. She's content by her hay pile now, which is fine. I do like to give them a little bit of something, especially when they're green like this and just getting started back up. I like to give them a little something when they're done, just as a reward and to end off on a good note and have that last good memory of our work session. So nothing too crazy, just some walk trot, got the bareback pad on her. She did totally fine with that, as you guys saw. And just kind of getting acquainted with what our routine's gonna be. And you could tell she was pretty just unsure, didn't really have the confidence when we started with the lunging. And by the end of 20-25 minutes, she's lunged really well in both directions. So she's definitely more left-sided than she is right-sided. She doesn't really love me on that right side. She wants to turn her head and look at me through her left eye. So we'll just have to keep working on that and keep giving her scratches and rewards on her right side to kind of even that out. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with today's first go around, and hopefully this is a good setup for the rest of her refresher course. We'll see how it goes. But thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned. I'm going to be getting out my other 2 projects very soon, as well as getting the horses out to get ready for trail riding season and endurance season and getting everybody back into shape. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.